This is Jarrod Horak, and in this horse racing video, I will analyze the Grade 1 Pegasus World Cup at Gulfstream Park. Now, I am offering full card analysis for the Pegasus World Cup Day program at Gulfstream on January 25th, and it will be available in a few days at the runawayhorse.com on my sales page. I will include extensive analysis and wagering strategies for all 13 races at Gulfstream on January 25th, including Pick 4, Pick 5, and Pick 6 tickets. Now you can purchase an individual Pegasus card on January 25th or a Santa Anita Gulfstream package deal as part of my new Saturday special each Saturday. Now, I've been selling full cards online since the late 1990s, and I have a long record of trustworthiness and success. Now, I will include a link to my sales page in the description in this video if you're interested in that analysis. And this is the 9th running of the Pegasus World Cup. And let's look at the winners from 2017 to 2024. Arrogant won it in 2017 from post position 1. He stalked the pace from 3rd, and he was the betting favorite. Gun Runner in 2018 from post position 10. He pressed from 2nd, and he won as the betting favorite. City of Light in 2019 from post position 3. Pressed the pace from 2nd. The odds were less than 2 to 1. Mucho Gusto in 2020 from post position 8. He stalked the pace from 3rd. His odds were 3 to 1. Mixto in 2021. From post position 4, he went wire to wire as the favorite. Life is Good in 2022. Again, post position 4. Gate to wire as the favorite. Art Collector in 2023. Post position 6. He stalked the pace from 4th. 15 to 1 long shot there. And then National Treasure last year, 2024. From post position 7, he pressed the pace from 2nd. He was the betting favorite. So in 8 previous runnings, we had 5 winning favorites, 2 front running winners, 3 horses pressed the pace, 3 horses stalked the pace. Now we're going to quickly revisit some of my thoughts from an earlier Pegasus video that I posted. And I did mention in that video that forwardly placed runners figured to do well in this year's Pegasus World Cup based on the historical trends that I just mentioned. And I did say that Saudi Crown, Skippylongstocking, Stronghold, and White Abarrio were the horses that I liked most at the early stage when I did that video. Now we're going to see how my final analysis stacks up. And now we're going to do race 13 at Gulfstream Park for Saturday, January 25th, 2025. The Grade 1 $3 million Pegasus World Cup, 4-year-olds and up. 1.1 miles on the main track. Scheduled post time, 5:40 p.m. Eastern Time, and we have a 12-horse field. Number 1 is Mixto, and he should be forwardly placed from the inside. Number 2, Saudi Crown, he could be the one to catch. Number 3, Newgrange, he's another horse that can get forward. He hasn't run in a while. Number 4, White Abarrio, the key to his success could be the break. He broke slow in his last couple starts, especially last time when he rallied to finish 2nd. He's going to need an alert beginning. Number 5, Crupi, he does his best running late. Number 6, Stronghold. He is a stalker for trainer Phil D'Amato coming in from California. Number 7, Steel Sunshine. Number 8, Vitality. 2 long shots in here. Number 9, Mystik Dan, your Kentucky Derby winner from last year. He's got tactical speed sometimes. Number 10, Skippylongstocking, a horse that likes to be forwardly placed, stalking the pace. Number 11, Locked, your likely favorite in this race, is going to have to overcome an outer post. And then number 12, Power Squeeze, a filly taking on the boys in here. And now it's time to go last to first in the 2025 Pegasus World Cup. And the horse that I picked to finish 12th and last is number 8, Vitality. Now he did win the Prince of Wales Stakes at 1 mile and 3/16 on dirt at Fort Erie last summer, and that was the 2nd leg of the Canadian Triple Crown. Now he lost all 3 starts since that race, and he was a non-threatening 6th of 8, and that was the local Grade 3 Harlan's Holiday Stakes on December 21st. So looking at his speed ratings, he's just not fast enough to compete with this group. The horse that I picked to finish in 11th is number 3, Newgrange. Now he is 7 for 15 overall. This one used to be trained by Bob Baffert, and 5 of his victories were graded victories. He won the Grade 3 Sham, Grade 3 Southwest as a 3-year-old. He won the Grade 2 San Pasquale Stakes twice, and the Grade 2 San Antonio once. Those races were at Santa Anita Park, and he did do his best work when he raced in California at that Santa Anita Oval. And he was up the track in his last 2 graded routes. The Grade 1 Big Cap, and then the Grade 2 San Diego. And that San Diego was more than 6 months ago, and now he is trained by Jose D'Angelo. So with his new trainer D'Angelo here making his first start in more than half a year, now he is capable of impacting the pace, but I would be surprised if he was around at the end. The horse that I picked to finish 10th is number 7, Steel Sunshine. Now this horse won 2 listed stakes races in 2022, and he did win a graded race, the Grade 2 Gulfstream Park Mile last year. Now he is a 6-time local winner, but he is 0 for 4 at a mile and an eighth, and I think he does seem up against it in this race. The horse that I picked to finish 9th is number 12, Power Squeeze, and she really did get the worst of it at the draw. This is a 4-year-old filly, and she did win 5 stakes races last year, 3 graded wins, including the Grade 1 Alabama at Saratoga. Now, she is 2 for 3 with a neck defeat at Gulfstream Park, and she did tune up for this race with a neck defeat in the Rampart Stakes at Gulfstream last time. Now, 2 starts at a mile and an eighth. She's 0 for 2 with a distant show finish. So it's looking like from post 12, she's in for a wide trip from off the pace, just not fast enough to beat this group. The horse that I picked to finish 8th is number 9, Mystik Dan. Now, he had 2 relatively fast races last year. And that first big victory was a romping victory in the mud in the Grade 3 Southwest Stakes. And in that race, he just scooted right up the inside, got a dream inside run there. And his second big effort in 2024 was in the Grade 1 Kentucky Derby. And again, he got a great trip. He had an inner post. The pace was fast. It was contested. And he was just sitting back behind the speed, scooted right up the inside, and just held off the late runners, and he won that race by a nose. Now, he lost his other 5 stakes starts. He was second in the Preakness, but he was nowhere in his last 2 starts, the Grade 1 Belmont and the Grade 1 Malibu. Now, he does have back-to-back local bullet workouts for this, but that last effort at Santa Anita was really bad. It was at 7 furlongs, though, so he'll probably do better at this distance. But he is 0 for 1 with a distant show finish in his lone try at a mile and an eighth, and that lone race was the Grade 1 Arkansas Derby. So really, I wouldn't be shocked if he did run a better race in this spot, but I'm just not going to endorse him based on his current form. The horse that I picked to finish 7th is number 10, Skippylongstocking, and he's one that I think if he drew a better post, I'd probably have him a bit higher up. This one is a 7-time graded winner, but he's yet to capture a Grade 1 race. He's run 7 times in Grade 1 races, no wins, no seconds, and 2 third-place finishes. Now, in his last start in the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile in November, he really was hung out to dry from post 13. He was just wide throughout, never really had a shot there. And now he's got post 10 in here, so he didn't get any luck at the draw in this race either. So a wide stalking trip is likely for him, and I don't think that he's good enough to overcome a wide trip, losing all of that ground and beating a field like this. The horse that I picked to finish 6th is number 5, Crupi. And this one is a Todd Pletcher trainee, one of 2 horses for trainer Todd Pletcher. This one finished in the top 3 in 14 of his 19 career starts. He's a consistent closer. And he won 2 listed stakes races in 2023, and he did overcome a speed bias when he went last to first in the Grade 2 Suburban at Saratoga as my top choice last summer. Now, he finished 3rd in this race last year, and then he also placed in 2024 in the Grade 2 Brooklyn, the Grade 1 Whitney, and the Grade 2 Woodward. So this, as I said, he's a closer. Did not have a great trip last time when he finished 5th of 8 in the Grade 2 Clark at Churchill Downs on November 29th. He was placed 4th through disqualification. The faster the pace, the higher this horse will probably finish. The horse that I picked to finish 5th is number 1, Mixto, for trainer Doug O'Neill. This is a California shipper, and he won the Grade 1 Pacific Classic last year. And the reason he won that race, it was a speed-friendly track. The race flow favored forwardly placed runners. He had a nice outside tactical trip. Full Serrano, my top choice, was setting the pace. He just parked himself right outside that one, and he wore that one down, and he won that Pacific Classic at a mile and a quarter. And then Full Serrano did come back and win the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. For Mixto, he was 11th of 14 in the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Classic. That was on November 2nd. And then he finished a close 3rd in the Grade 3 Native Diver at a mile and an eighth at Del Mar last time. Frankie Dettori is the rider, and I think from that inside post, he should be forwardly placed. Might not quite be quick enough to have the lead, but he should make his presence felt from the outset. The horse that I picked to finish fourth is number 6, Stronghold, and this one is another California shipper, and he finished first or second in 9 of his 10 starts, and he's won 3 times. His lone off-the-board finish when he finished 7th of 20 from post 17 in the Grade 1 Kentucky Derby. He was too close to an above-par pace that day, and he weakened in the stretch. Now, since the Kentucky Derby, he was second in the Grade 3 Indiana Derby, Grade 1 Pennsylvania Derby, and the Grade 1 Malibu Stakes. And he did win the Grade 1 Santa Anita Derby at this distance. And his stalking style, I think, is going to lead to a comfortable trip in here. Antonio Fresu, his regular rider, stays aboard, and he's 4 for 11 with trainer Phil D'Amato recently. The horse that I picked to finish third is number 11, Locked. And this is the more highly regarded of the 2 Todd Pletcher runners. And he's 4 for 6 with 2 show finishes. Very consistent horse. And I think that he is talented enough to overcome post 11. The key is going to be how the race shape is in here, if it plays in his favor, and if he is able to tuck in enough and not lose a ton of ground. He did win the Grade 1 Breeders' Futurity in 2023, and he ended his juvenile season with a show finish in the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Juvenile. But then a knee injury knocked him off the Derby trail last year, and he finally did resurface with a romping optional claiming victory at 7 furlongs, October of 2024. And then he came back into the stakes ranks, and then he found his best stride late when winning the Grade 2 Cigar Mile as the favorite on December 7th. So now he's back around 2 turns. His best races should be in front of him, so he has upside, and he's more than capable of winning this race. The horse that I picked to finish second is number 2, Saudi Crown, and this one is, he does have a chance here to go wire to wire. So if he's able to get out there and control the pace, look out. He did wire the field in the Grade 1 Pennsylvania Derby at 1 mile and an eighth in 2023. But since that race, he's just 3 for 7. He did have 1 Grade 3 win during that time and 2 listed stakes wins. He did get back to the winner's circle in the Tenacious Stakes at Fairgrounds on December 21st. Looked good that day. Florent Giroux, his regular rider, and he knows how to ride him. And I think his best chance, as I said, to get out there, control the pace, take this race to these other horses, make the stalkers chase him and use up too much energy, get the closers to fall too far behind, and then he can win this race if that happens. Now, he did finish a close third in the Grade 1 Saudi Cup last February, and he is targeting that race again. So after he runs here, I guess if he runs an okay race, they're going to target that Saudi Cup, that $20 million race, 1 mile and an eighth, around 1 turn once again. And my top choice in the 2025 Pegasus World Cup is number 4, White Abarrio. Now, this one won the Grade 1 Whitney and Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Classic in 2023. But then in 4 starts since, he was up the track in the Grade 1 Saudi Cup and then the Grade 1 Met Mile as well. He just didn't fire there. So then he returned to the Safi Joseph Jr. barn when he won the Whitney and the Pegasus, when he won the Whitney and the Breeders' Cup Classic. And then when he was in the Saudi Cup and the Met Mile, he was in the Rick Dutrow barn. But earlier in his career, he was in the Safi Joseph Jr. barn. Then he went back to the Safi Joseph Jr. barn, and he won by 10 lengths in an optional claiming race at 7 furlongs. And then after that, he was second as the beaten favorite in the Grade 3 Mr. Prospector last time out. Now, that last race, he broke slow. He was just using that as a prep, and the horse that won that race was a 7 furlong specialist, a classy sort. So no excuse there for him losing except for that slow start. He was classy enough to win it. But remember that he was after this $3 million race. That was just a prep race for this. And there are reasons that I expect him to run a big race in this spot. Now, he is duplicating his winning angle where he went sprint, sprint, and then route. And that pattern did lead to his Grade 1 Whitney victory. And that's why they ran him last time in the Mr. Prospector instead of the Harlan's Holiday, another local prep race for this. So they were torn between those 2 races. They decided to run him in the Mr. Prospector because they wanted to replicate that sprint, sprint route pattern, as I said, that led to that victory in the Grade 1 Whitney in 2023. Now, he is 6 for 8 at Gulfstream Park with a runner-up finish, and he did have a very strong local workout for this on January 9th. He drew a favorable post position as well, especially for a horse that has stalking speed, and Irad Ortiz Jr., his regular rider, should have him in a good spot in this race right out of the gate if he gets out of the gate in good order. That's the key, because he's got a good post. There is some speed to his inside, and he can park himself into a nice tactical position, but the key is to start, because he's going to waste that post position if he has a slow start. And as I said, he did not have great starts in his last 2 races, so it's very important for him to have a smooth beginning in here. I think if he does that, he can get back to that grade 1 form from 2023, and he can get the job done in this race. So White Abarrio number 4 is going to be my top choice. So keep checking my YouTube channel each week for these horse racing news videos, handicapping videos, and Derby and Oaks points race video series each week. And I am planning a Southwest Stakes video on the road to the Derby later this week. So stay tuned for that one. I'm going to have some other videos on my channel as well later this week. And if you want a bonus free pick each day, go over to therunawayhorse.com and click on the Better Bets blog tab at the top of my homepage, and you can get a free pick from around the country each day. The last 4 days I did free picks from Santa Anita, and I had 3 winners in those 4 picks. So I'm on a roll recently with that daily Better Bets blog. So like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching these videos, and let's keep this channel growing. And until next time, good luck at the races.